guys, welcome to today's healing session. Welcome to Tabitha's Healing Center. We got a lot going on today. So I've been receiving some messages. Unfortunately, I can tell that we are coming close to a retrograde because my technology is already starting to be affected. So unfortunately, I was not able to upload some channelings that I had. So before I get started and into all of this information I have for you guys today, I just want to make a quick announcement that I have teamed up with Malachite Moon Girl now, and I am not going to do another set of bracelets at this time. I'm actually going to be doing some protection kits. So if you are interested in a protection kit, just find me on Instagram, Tabitha's Healing Center. You can also order them through Malachite Moon Girl. Okay, so I have some crystals for our reading today, and then I'm going to give you the channel messages that I had, and then hopefully for the person that one of them relates to, I'm going to label it as the baby's crying. You can always find me on Instagram, and maybe I can give you the recording that way. I just am not able to upload it to YouTube at this time. So yeah, let's get started. So quickly, the stones I have today is malachite. So this is great in opening all chakras, but especially your heart and throat. It is a metaphysical stone. It helps in transformation and spiritual protection. Next, I have lapis lazuli, and this is it helps bring self-awareness, self-expression, reveals inner truth. It's about honesty and compassion. It will bring clarity and creativity, so speaking your truth and confidence. So next here I have Mookaite. And it's funny because I actually almost pulled this stone for you twice. So it was really needed for this reading today. So this is a nurturing stone. It supports you in times of stress. And it brings peace and wholeness. It will help with decision making. I can definitely see that someone has a very difficult decision to make. And it will also help with unexpected changes and like transitioning. So also some archangels that are good for this session to call upon. You can call on Dermiel for decision making, so that person that's having a hard time making a very tough decision. And I think that there's a channeling here that might actually be related to that. We also call in Metron because he helps us with wrapping up time. So if somebody's like ending a cycle or a phase, or needs to close something out to like move on, he's a good archangel for that. Zedekiel for remembering your soul mission and for giving people forgiveness. And then we have Chamuel, which brings personal and inner peace. Okay, so maybe I will start with the channelings. So first of all, somebody's trying to get a hold of somebody. So 444 is like someone's trying to communicate with you. And I had a channeling where it sounded like if you call someone and they're like on the other line and they don't have like call waiting, so it's like beep, beep, beep. So I was hearing that. I thought I was going crazy, checking my whole center like for this sound. And then that's when I realized it was a channeling. So that's when they revealed to me that somebody's trying to get a hold of somebody and they're really hard to reach, or there's like no answer. And one message is call me. So if you are waiting to hear about something and you haven't yet, maybe reach out because someone is trying to get a hold of you. For another group of people, the message was somebody's really trying to get a hold of you, but there's just it's all in divine timing. So it's almost time, it's almost perfect, but there's just a few more things that need to happen, and it will all be revealed shortly. There's a lot of truths coming out. I can see that in some of these messages today and with what's going on in our solar system, and just there's just a lot going on, but it's great. Take advantage of the energy. I mean, I can definitely tell we're coming up to a retrograde, because my next answer was something, or my next message was something is going to be delayed. So I also, like, they told me that like beep, because it wasn't like beep, beep, beep. It was like intermittent, that it was almost like when you're on hold, like you're like on a customer service and they like put you on hold, and then every once in a while it beeps so that like you know that you're still on hold. So which I really channeled a contract, so maybe like a contract's on hold, or like once again, like I feel like because we're coming close to a retrograde, like already people's communication is being affected, their technology. So I see that like maybe you applied to a job and like something has gone to your junk mail, or the message hasn't gone through, or there was a digit off or something. So I just feel like something might be delayed, but I don't see it affecting anything long run. So that is good. Okay, so another message. So like I said, I had channeled this message actually like maybe a few days ago, but I was having trouble putting it up. So I first heard like a baby crying. Um, and so much so that like I went up or went and checked on my nephew, and he was sound asleep. So like it wasn't him crying. And then I could hear, so at first it was a baby just crying. And then after that I could hear like children crying. So, um, unfortunately, I did like a little bit of a tarot spread on it, just because I was like, okay, like, what does this mean? Like, who do I need to help? Like, how do I get this out? What do you need them to know? So basically, they like showed me that someone like needs to walk away from, I guess like a relationship, or like not even like, because there's not really like a relationship at this point. It was more like they need to walk away from like a toxic situation. And I have a feeling that there's obviously kids involved, and it's just it's so heartbreaking, because like kids, well, nobody deserves anything ever, but you know, kids are just really so innocent, and sometimes just really sucks when we have to like make a decision and kids aren't going to fully understand it. um so uh they wanted to have to try to like go back, and if this message, if you feel, so how you know a message is for you, if you can feel it like in the pit of your stomach, or you're like, oh my god, like that resonates with me, then most likely it's meant with you. This is like channels I get for people all across the world. So we do fall into groupings, and we do have similar experiences throughout our lives. So there will be a group of people that relate to these messages. But if that message really relates to you and you want to know a little bit more, because I think that there was some healing advice in there, you can always find me on IG, and I can probably send it to you through DM. So try that. But unfortunately, like I said, I'm not able to upload it to YouTube at this time. Okay, so that was all for those messages. That person that is in that situation, I send you love, light, and healing. Call in Jamil for decisions. And I will also try to post in the description below an archangel that helps protect children and oversee them, to help with that. And you might, if you're transitioning out, you could maybe even call on like Azrael, because he helps people transition in live. So, and Metron will also help with wrapping up time. Okay, whew. Now, um, let's maybe start with the what's going on right now in the solar system. So, you know, we've had the strawberry moon, we've had the summer solstice. I believe we had some sort of a partial eclipse. Um, And we've just entered into a new, like, into Cancer season, so there's just like a lot going on, and now we're about to have a retrograde. So from what I understand, don't quote me on this, I am not an astrology major by any means. I would love to be, but there's just so much to know. I just do have a deck here that helps us decipher what's going on around us in the solar system. So with a retrograde, it's basically like moving backwards. So you might go back into the past, but it's going to project you usually after the retrograde forward. It's usually, in my opinion, depending on the retrograde, but it may be a time of healing or like self evaluation. But a retrograde usually affects stuff like our technology, communication. I personally won't book a trip or sign a contract during that time, but that's just me. Uh, Anyways, so right now, they're saying don't let the past hold you back. So a lot of people are going to get caught up in things coming back from the past because it's a retrograde. And I think this is going to be lasting about a month. So good half of your summer. Um, but the end of tough cycles are approaching. So I don't know about you guys, but I think it was like the last retrograde was like really hard on me. Um, but it's great because you're like releasing, healing, and purging. So that's kind of just the advice they want to give you right now. So don't get too caught up in it if things aren't working out and if a lot of things are coming back from your past or you feel like you're going backwards in time. Don't worry because it's all part of the master plan. Okay, so for someone else, I see that, so this is probably like a soulmate kind of connection, but I see that you are the star that guides them, and they're about to like offer you the world and ride off into the sunset with you. So if you are having, if someone's relationship is moving to a higher level of commitment, let's say that. Um, for another group of you, you need to express your love. So I see a new relationship coming for you this summer. So they want you to go ahead and make a romantic gesture. Like if you're at an event this summer and you see someone that's really cute and you want to go talk to them, like go, like do it. They're telling you do it. I see you spending the summer getting to know somebody, um, and it just deepens your bond. And it's like that fun stage, the new stage, newborn, birthing. Um, and I do see for a group of you, this is someone new coming in. Like there's a new love coming in. Um, yeah, like you can really feel like they're gonna give you butterflies like when you meet this person. Um, for a group of you, in order to have this come into your life, you need to forgive and see what you've learned from your past experiences, so that they're not going to affect this next relationship that you're opening up for. For some of you, I see that someone may be coming back from your past and wanting a second chance with you. Um, and if that is something that you want to invest in, you're going to need to give some, there needs to be some forgiveness and an understanding of what was learned from the previous relationship. For another group of you here, I saw that there was someone was kind of like betrayed and left out in the cold. Um, inner like truth wasn't spoken. Someone wasn't speaking about how they really felt about somebody, and the truth is that like they really admire them, but there was interferences. I want to say maybe even like a third party situation, just because in the card, the woman is watching the man and the woman. Um, so there is an offer coming. It's just not ripe enough yet, right? There's maybe things going on behind the scenes that still need to be worked out. Um, but yeah, this person, someone's definitely feeling betrayed by someone, like left out in the cold, because truth wasn't spoken about what was really happening or going on. Um, a person was wearing a false mask and, being deceptive in how they truly felt and what they really wanted to offer. For another group of you, I see a passionate retreat coming up. So I see a getaway, and yeah, it's gonna be romantic for sure. Lots of passion, lots of time together. It will definitely strengthen your bond too. It's needed. Be careful if you don't want a child. For another group of you, you need to really just release your exes. Um, so just really clear your energy. So maybe have a salt bath, um, do some chakra work. Um, if you can get like an aura cleanse or like, you know, you just need to, if you need to write your ex's name down and, you know, burn it and release it, or let it fly away, whatever it is. They're really asking you to release and try to there's the moon in here, so um if you are still feeling like you haven't released since this last full moon, then you now have a whole another moon to invest in and really work up and release. uh so they're kind of showing me like um they're showing me like someone being like flirty and just kind of like vibrating high, and like they're kind of bright. So they're attracting things, and they want to remind people that, and they're attracting good things into their life. So they want to remind people that you are attracting kind of like what you put out there, and the more that you enjoy life and try to find the beauty in stuff, the more of that's going to come in. So you're going to attract love. So if you are single and wanting to attract love into your life, maybe don't sit at the table when there's a dance floor in front of you. Like um, they're saying like get out there, enjoy life, because the more you enjoy life, the more like attractive that is, and the more like of that you're going to bring in. Okay, and then I have a message for someone too about the phone call. They're saying like be bold and just make a call. Like just call this person. Um, yeah, sorry. Someone's coming through and they're saying that they can't make a call right now. Like they're unable to, so like they need you to contact them. Yeah, so I'm seeing like social media, so like I'm seeing like private messages, and I'm hearing like a phone ringing. I can also see someone opening a text message. Some of you might even receive an email. If you receive an email, it's gonna be like, I feel like somewhat of an apology. Interesting. Okay, the last message here, guys, and then I will just give some wisdom words from the angels and we'll close out. Okay, so um, it looks like the Queen of Pentacles is finally going to get some justice, maybe? So I have what they kind of told me here is that the Queen of Pentacles was kind of just waiting for the scales to be balanced. And for like the wheel of karma to turn and just things play out the way that they are supposed to. Okay? She was divinely guided to do that. Now, something has been trying to be balanced for a while, and it looks like some sort of decision. And it looks like it has something to do with someone offering a cup. So here we have the person staring at the cup, and they have all these other options. But now we have a cup in hand, and we're walking towards. We're walking towards, and we're going to be offering truth. There's going to be truth coming out, for sure. And this truth is going to offer the world and wish fulfillment. So hang in there if that is your situation, because what goes around comes around, right, guys? Like energy is such a serious thing. That's why you should try to always work from a place of love and light, because that's what you want, right? Like, I don't know, my parents always told me, like, don't treat someone the way you don't want to be treated. So, like, I'm not mean to people because I don't want people to be mean to me. You know? It's kind of simple as that. The other day, I was, like, talking to a friend, and I was, just, she was telling me about how people were posting things, and it was just kind of like, my grandma taught me as a child, like, you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say it. Like, why does everyone feel like they gotta voice everything all the time? Anyways, enough of a rant. I am going to pull... Oh. Life is too short. Focus on what you can achieve, not on what you don't have. Changing that mindset. You can also always ask Jophiel to come in and quickly switch your thought from negative to positive. And every day is a new beginning. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the reading and the session today. Check out those stones. And if you need to find me, you can find me on Instagram at Tabitha Healing Center. Thanks, guys.